Hello everyone, Marty Jens here from Uniqc.nl. Welcome to my first tutorial. This tutorial will consist of two parts. In the first part I will teach you how to create a simple 3D pistol. In the second part I will teach you how to put a 3D pistol into your game. So let's have a look at the pistol itself. This is the thing that we're going to create. As you can see, it's a very basic pistol, but you can always add more detail later. Before we're going to create something, you have to visit my website and download this package. The link can be found below in the description. Just unpack it and open it. Here you will find a lot of files which are going to be used in this tutorial, but for now just click on the Model Creator V5 link. This will bring you to a website where you can download the Model Creator and other cool stuff. Just scroll down and click here for the download. And when it's done, just open up the program. As you can see, we have nothing at the moment, and to make it easier to create something, I made a model reference image, which is also part of the package. Whenever you create a gun, just try to build the side of a gun first. Now let's start creating the gun. Change the mode to front view and select the normal triangle create tool, and now we're going to adjust the view. Just hold the mouse button, the middle mouse button, drag it over here and zoom in a bit. Alright, when you've got it like this, just follow me. Okay, we're going to click here on the 0,1 point and on the 4,12 point, just like the reference image, and the 7,0. Alright, as you can see, we just created our first triangle, and if you hold the middle mouse button in here in the 3D view, you can just see it. It's actually there. Alright, so let's create another one. Just click on here, then go to 1214, which is about here, and click in here. Alright, so that's almost the handle of the gun. Now let's add another one. Just click here and then on 314 and then here. And remember, every time you create a triangle, just do it in clockwise mode. If you don't, this will happen. So let's go the other way around. Go to 419, which is here. And as you can see in the 3D view, the model is flipped. And to fix this, you just press the flip faces button. Alright, and this solves the problem. So let's go ahead and create another triangle. Let's go to 1219, and then we're just going to drag the screen a bit. Create another one, 2219. Alright, 1214 to 2214, and the last one is to 3119 and 3115. Alright, and there you already have the side of the gun. It's that easy. Now that we're done creating the side, we will add some texture to it. Let's first load the texture by going to settings. Click on Other and click on Change and search for the tutorial package. Okay, open up the map textures and open text pistol. Just hit no and then click OK. Now select everything by pressing this button. Switch to texture view and click the texture projection. Now select front view and hit OK. As you can see, the texture map doesn't looks like the gun. To fix this, we do it again, but with a number that's larger than the size of the model. So change this to 100 and hit OK. Now the texture has the right form, but it still needs the right size and position. To change the size, we use the Scale Texture button. Just change the scaling to 1.8 and 1.8 and hit OK. For the positioning, we disable the grid for the moment. go to settings and uncheck use grid. Okay. Just click the move around button and zoom in a bit and just drag it over to the gun texture so that it matches the gun. I think this is about right, maybe a bit little to the top. Alright, this should be it. Now switch to 3D view, turn off the lighting, and there you have it. The texture for the side is done. Now it's time to duplicate the side model. Enable the grid and change it to 0.5. Then we go to top view and select everything. Alright, and now we select the move selection button and move it to 2.5. Alright, now we hit the copy selection button and drag the copy to the top to point -2.5. Alright, as you can see we have two models now, but one model is turned to the wrong side, so we press flip faces. And as you can see, the two models are right now. Now we're going to close up the model. We will start with the top of the gun. Select everything and then select the draw triangle strip button. Now hold down your left mouse button in the screen and look for the right square to place it on. Just use the 3D view as a reference. So as you can see, this is the right square. Alright, now go to the top. Then we go to the bottom again. And this one. Yes. Alright, and now we finish it like this. Just look until you see the green square turn bigger. Then you know you have reached the point. Alright. And now the last two. And there we have the top. To create the texture, we first have to select the top triangles. Use the object select button to do this. Remember, hold the control key when you select the objects. Now go to the texture screen and first go to settings and uncheck the use grid. Alright, now click on the projection mapping to create a texture. Change the size to 100 and click on top view. Then hit OK. And now we're going to scale the texture with the values 1.8 and 0.75. Alright, now click the move selection button and move the selection to the desired position. Alright, when you got that done, switch to 3D mode again and check if the texture matches the gun. Now we're going to do the front view. Just enable the grid again and then we switch to the right view. Just zoom out the model a bit and select the triangle strip button. And for the top of the barrel we're going to click here, then here and here. Alright, that's the top of the barrel. And now we're going to make the handle. So we click on the bottom view and hit the right mouse button so we can start over with the new triangle. Alright, so we click on the bottom, then we go to here, and this is quite tricky. Just look at the 3D view. Alright, and there we got it. Now switch to the right view again and select the object select button. Hold Control and select all the things you want to make a texture of. Go to texture view, project mapping, and we click the right view in here. Change this to 100 and hit OK. Alright, the scaling will be 0.8 and 1.8. Hit OK and just drag it to the right position. Alright, there we have the gun handle part. Now click the rectangle select and only select the top part for the gun barrel. Alright, now we're going to scale that thing separately. So just hit the scale texture selection, change this to 1.2 and 1.2, hit OK, and place it somewhere here. Alright, when you've placed it, just go to 3D view and look if it looks alright. And I think it's pretty good. Now we're going to do the bottom of the gun. Just go to bottom view, click triangle strip, and just click the points. Alright, now click the right mouse button to cancel the triangle strip and click it again for the bottom of the handle. Alright, now hit the object select button, hold Ctrl and click them all. Go to texture and do a project mapping. Click the bottom, keep the size at 100 and hit OK. Alright, now we're going to rotate the texture selection. Just type in 180 and as you can see they've turned to the top corner, but you can drag them. Alright, now we're going to scale them. Just use the values 1.7 and 0.6, hit OK and just select the big one and place that at the right position. So it's going to be bottom of the gun here. Alright, now we're going to turn to the bottom of the handle, select it and scale it with 1.1 and 0.7, and we're also going to move that piece to the right place. Alright, go to 3D view and as you can see the gun is going to be almost finished. The only thing that's left is the back side. So let's get on to it. Now just click the left view, hit draw triangle strip and follow me. Just do it like this. Alright, and there we have the back. Just select it, hold Ctrl. Okay, switch to texture mode, change the settings to use uncheck the use grid button and use project mapping to create the texture. Switch to left view, hit OK, and for the scaling we will be using 0.8 and 1.8. Now drag it to the right position. Alright, I think that's good enough. Let's switch to 3D mode. And there we have our gun. The only thing we still have to do is to make it the right size of the game. Just select everything, then hit the scaling button and change every value to 0.25. Hit OK. Alright, now we're going to position it to the right position. Click settings, enable the grid and change the grid size to 0.1. Hit OK. Alright, zoom in a bit and then just take it down just to this position, and as you can see there's a little bit of space here between the gun and the x-axis, and this is because you don't want to block the view when the player aims through the aims with the gun. Alright, so as you can see the gun is done. Now we're going to save it. Just click the save current model button, save it as MD pistol, hit OK, and just to be sure it gets saved correctly, hit this button again because there's a bug in the other button. So yeah, that's it. That's the gun. If you're using GameMaker Studio version 1.2 or 1.3, there's still a little thing you have to do. Just open up the model file with a text editor like Notepad++, and then change all the dots to commas. So just hit Ctrl F, replace, and change this to a dot and this one to a comma, and then click replace all. So if you save it again, this model can now be imported into your GameMaker Studio version. But if you want to edit it again, you have to change the commas back to the dots. So this was part 1 of this tutorial. If you liked it, you can actually do 2 things. Follow the next tutorial where I teach you how to import the gun you just created. Or you can extend your model making skills by looking at the challenges. The challenges document can be found in the folder challenges. Just open it up and here you will find a list of different exercises sorted by difficulty. Well, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you next time.